It really is. It's very, very impressive.
I remember hearing Jeff tell a story about, like, I think it was after the Lawler fight where, like he was contacted by somebody that wanted to either get you to train his kid or like have privates like for his kid. And, you know, the reason it was noteworthy is you're getting fight or rather job offers coming off a loss, you know. That's kind of I don't know if talent's the right word, but you know, it's something that is important. Is if you can impress in a loss, that gets some miles on there too. And unfortunately, that's what happened in some of those.
Yeah,
the Lawler one was one that, you know, how can you forget that fight? So,
well, I mean, both him and I lost our fights at Lawler, but I think both of our stock went up after those fights. You know, I think people saw like, oh, these guys can fight. You know, I liked it because it was a little bit more of that pride Japanese style of, hey, these guys can fight. It didn't matter as much. Some it seemed like you lose, that's it. It doesn't matter. But if you lose like that, people still like you even more. So your stock, both of our stock went up in losses. I think it's a good thing.
Right.
You know, it's like very rarely do you get like both combatants on a podcast, let alone both combatants and the matchmaker. Like we got all three. You know, everybody, you know, had their hands dirty in this fight with the exception of myself.
And I'll tell you, you know, they're all friends here and stuff like that. But before the fight, you know, I think that there was a healthy amount of respect from both guys that there was a little bit of tension. Like they stayed away from each other. They weren't friendly. Like, hey, they're sitting around chatting before the fight at that time. And afterwards, the emotions kind of ran wild and like the wives kind of got into it for a minute and stuff like that. So, yeah.
The thing is, my sister-in-law is my wife's sister who she tends to get in some problems. All I know is I remember seeing them getting escorted out. Afterwards, I'm like, that's about right. Southside hooligans from Indianapolis get kicked out.
So the women got into a fist fight in the audience. Is that what you're saying?
I don't know exactly.
I remember a fight.
I think it was actually on the ring apron, if I'm not mistaken.
Aaron, what's your take on this? What's your take on this, Aaron? What's your old lady say?
What do you remember? I mean, at that point, kind of, you know, it slowed down. But lucky Aaron's mom didn't get involved. She would have thrown some people around.
She'd have thrown her across the room.
Yeah, man, you never know. I mean, no, at that point, I was dating. The funny thing is like at that point, I was dating a girl from Seattle, and she was a kickboxer. She was like one of Matt's prize students, actually. So she just knew that that's the way the ball bounces sometimes you like in a fight. So I mean, like she was just supportive and just was like, oh, that sucks, but that's, you know, she knew how that stuff goes. So it wasn't for us, it was just kind of a rough day, but you know, you bounce back, and you know, if you're a real fighter, you know, pick yourself up, dust yourself off, train hard, and go back and do it again. So if I may kind of translate what Aaron just said, for us is that, Chris, your sister-in-law may have fought a ring card girl. It wasn't the girl he was with.
No, I think it was part of Aaron's Indiana contingent. I think Aaron.
Yeah, I think that's true. Yeah.
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 Hey, listen, man. I'm a promoter.
What happened, dude?
I'm a promoter here in the Chicagoland area. I'm just trying to get a rematch. That's all I'm trying to do at this point. So